All right, so I wanted to make this video because a lot of the people I work with, a lot of people who watch my videos are very interested in manifestation, very interested in elevating in peak performance and becoming the best version of themselves. But the number one thing you need, and shout out to Tom Bilyeu for popularizing this, but the number one thing you need before any of that is hyper clarity. What does it mean to be the best version of yourself? Who are they? What kind of person are they, right? And I'm going to introduce a concept to you called the Trinity of peak performance. The reason why this is the case is because this is the best way to simplify what the best way to identify, what the best version of yourself looks like in a very simple manner, okay? Because you can go off the rails with this, but if I'm going to help you achieve peak performance, well then I need to help you attain hyper clarity on what peak performance and what the best version of yourself looks like. Now, full disclaimer, the best version of yourself is not a destination. Get that in your head, please. The best version of yourself, whatever concept you have in your head, whatever idea of what that person looks like, that person is always working on themselves. They always feel like they have to continue working on themselves. They never view themselves as a finished product. They are constantly learning. They're constantly investing in themselves, whether it's courses or watching videos like this or communities. They're still doing the things that you're doing right now. Eating right, auditing their whole life. So it's a stream, it's a path that you continue to walk down. What they don't do is decide one day that they're not going to walk down the path of progression, that they're not going to renew the commitment. So the day you decide that you can get away with not renewing your commitment is the day where you stepped outside of the stream of your highest self, of the best version of yourself. That's the only difference. It's the commitment piece, right? And renewing that commitment. Now, with that disclaimer being put forth, the Trinity of peak performance includes, so picture a triangle. So at the top, actually the position doesn't matter, but let's say at the top you have money and finances, okay? On one of the bottom corners you have relationships, and on the other bottom corner you have health and wellness, okay? So you should think about your life in those three areas. You should think about peak performance, high performance in those three areas. What do your finances look like right now versus what you want them to look like? What do your relationships look like right now with not only others, but with yourself? And what do you want those relationships to look like? And then what does your health and wellness routine look like now? And what do you want it to look like? So the first thing you should do, once you've mapped out that triangle, is audit your entire life, every aspect of health and wellness, including mental health, every aspect and your routine, every aspect of your finances and your routine. Where are you doing well? Where are you not doing well? Can you make money? Are you making enough? Are you making the money you want to make? Are you keeping enough money? And then what are your relationships like with yourself and with others? Are they the kind of quality relationships that you want? Is your relationship with yourself the kind of relationship that you want? How are you talking about yourself? How are you talking to yourself, right? How are you tending to yourself? So on and so forth. And then the health and wellness piece as well. What do the routines look like, right? Your dietary habits, your spiritual habits, if you engage in that, your sleep habits, all these routines, the activities that have to do with those things, right? That is how you should audit your life, and you should set the standard for what your life should look like in each of those three areas, and focus on not so much goals, but who you have to become in order to attain the kind of life you want in those three areas. Who do you have to become? A person of what? For me, I got this from John Wick, but I had to become a man of focus, discipline, consistency, and sheer will in order to achieve peak performance in that Trinity, in those three areas of my life, right? And as I became that man of focus, discipline, consistency, and sheer will, well, then My relationships with myself and with others improved. My finances improved. I make more money. I keep more money. And my health and wellness routine has definitely improved. Now, I'll give you a tip. You will get a lot further in these 3 areas if you have less things to focus on. A lot of people, when they audit their lives and they try to improve themselves, they give themselves way too many things to do, way too many things to focus on. They want to sleep better, eat better, drink more water, get up at 5, go to sleep at 7, read 3 books a week, and They give themselves way too many things, and so they falter. This is a game of very subtle but real improvement. And if you want to make the quantum shifts, meaning like an extraordinary amount of improvement in a short amount of time, don't focus on adding to your routine. Focus on the things you can cut out. Focus on the things you can shed, right? This is more about shedding than anything else, right? You'll make 80% of your progress by cutting things out rather than stacking things on top of what you already do. What can you cut out? What people, places, and things / habits can you cut out, right? And that's how I would think about it. That's how I always think about it. That's how I encourage my one-on-one clients to think about it. And that's how they make the most progress, is what can you cut out, right? But that is what it means to be at peak performance, is excelling in those 3 areas. And I'll tell you one thing that a mentor of mine told me is you cannot achieve excellence in one area unless you are excelling in every area of your life. You know, you cannot achieve excellence as an athlete or as a business owner unless you're achieving excellence behind closed doors when nobody's watching, unless you're making the bed, unless you're showing up for yourself, unless you're putting your content out there, so on and so forth. This all is connected. And yeah, maybe other people can't see what you're doing behind closed doors, but God can. Your future self can. The highest version of you can. Your conscious can. And you can't cheat the grind no matter how much you think you can, right? I'll leave it there because this is rather self-explanatory, but that is the Trinity of peak performance. That is one of the first steps of manifesting, becoming a master manifester, is to attain hyper clarity. All right, guys. So that's really it. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments. Hope this helped. If you made it this far, just give this video a thumbs up. That's my only ask. See you guys in the next video. I'm out. Peace.